Hey, Shalom, first and foremost. All praises, glory, honor, and praise to Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Shai, Ba'ashem, Captain, Dastan, to the elder apostles and great millstone and texts, truth, salutation, all y'all. Pushing this word and truth is sincerity. Hey, I was laughing, checking Slakia on the intro because somebody said it's whole inflation. Hey, these men are fed up with these women, and the scriptures goes into how thy lover shall despise thee. So, the main people or only people that's left, whining and dining, these harlots out here are like simps, guys that are stuck between a rock and a hard place, like family men, married men, men that lack self-esteem, self-awareness, self-confidence, men that pussy begging, ain't nothing wrong you take your woman out or whatever. That whole court system, that courting system, that whole I'm gonna spend $1,000, $500 just so I could hope I could get a sniff of the box. Those days are long gone, which I remember I had I think it was a MySpace page. Like, this was 20 years ago. I was a young man then, early 20s. And I remember I showed it to a coworker. She was a lovely lady. She was an Eve. I think she was married with she's about a year older than me. She's married with I think 3, 4 kids. The kids got to be grown now. This was 20 years ago. She got married young. Lovely lady. Got some huge, cannons on her chest. That's what I remember. And I remember I showed her, this is, of course, work environment, right? You ain't got no choice but to, socially interact with a wedded woman, right, in the work environment. So I think I showed her my speech page when she found out or something. I don't know how the exact details of it. And I remember, it was like a questionnaire on my page, and it said something about dating. I was like, man, that shit played out. This is 20 years ago. Of course, she ain't like that. She's like, what that mean is played out? I don't agree. That's basically what she was saying, right? 20 years ago. I was like, man, that shit played out because I never really been type here. Whining, dying. Yeah, of course, you ain't got no choice. You in the society, get some boss, you gotta take them out or whatever. Every once in a while, not all the time, but every once in a while. And I was like, man, this thing is played out back then. Even back then, I knew it was bullshit. I was in the world smoking weed, just doing nigga behavior, like. But, my spirit, I knew that shit was off. And when you come in this truth, you look at the history of dating. That shit was illegal in America 100 some odd years ago, man. Because that went into what? Prostitution. That's because a woman easily going to date with you. You drop her home or you drop her somewhere, girlfriend house, then another nigga come pick her up, and it's a revolving door, man. So let me play this video.
A new survey finds that nearly half of singles say dating is not financially worth it. According to BMO Bank, singles are spending an average of $189 on a date night. That's $21 more than last year. Dating experts are now seeing singles ditching dating apps and choosing to connect in person and turning to singles events sites like meetup.com and Luma that list events in your area like a pottery class, a cooking class, and even pickleball tournaments.
There's so many different new ways and creative ways people are trying to meet people and meet like-minded people. Go drinks or go coffee, something that is low stakes, low cost.
Now, if you do decide to go to dinner, dating experts recommend talking about how you're going to pay before the date so you avoid any awkwardness when the check does come.
Right, so there you have it, man. You know, people aren't dating no more. They ain't having babies no more. Even me, like, I'm not even, of course I have a situation already, but I ain't even having sex like I normally would in previous years, you know, which is okay, man. It's really, we're in the time of war. We're not, the Lord ain't put us on this earth to be, you know, at the time right now, Rico Suave, you know. Bill Bellamy, how to play Romeo Santana. No, we ain't on that shit, man. Of course, you know, women, you know, they always in the picture, right? You know, you go to the grocery store, you go to the gym, there's always gonna be a certain amount of women to fly. But, you know, we ain't chasing, we ain't hollering at everything moving, man. Normally, I'll let a woman shoot her shot, or, you know, only way I'll say something if, you know, sorry to be blunt, but, you know, if one of these harlots make my rod get up, if they wake my rod up, then okay, I might say something, because, you know, one thing I noticed when, you know, if a woman put me in a room, right, like a random woman, that means she's more than likely horny, you know, and I'm feeding off that type of energy, right? You know, so, but you got these niggas on the cover board, wholeflation, dating is the biggest scam of the year. Because, you know, men nowadays, instead of paying for the date, they're just paying for the box, man. Just keep it about the average man in Babylon is just paying for the box, because 80% of women chase 20% of men who they deem high value or high status, you know, who they deem socially high in the dating pool, whatever. They got good physique, good car, good crib, you know, good mouthpiece, they got good game, so-called game, things of that nature, man. All right. Because, you know, women look at you how the world treats you, man. Right. It's how they value you, man. Like a guy like him, you know, a little short, stocky guy. You know, if he wasn't on the news, he wouldn't have his fair share. If he was a regular, you know, guy that paints houses or whatever, worked a regular job, man. Okay. So let me get some food sauce, man. Second half is 15:49. I was sent plagues upon you, widowhood. Widowhood, man. All you women are gonna lose whatever men are in power. Because women in this society have sex way more than men, you know. Because it's an ass backwards queen. Alright. For a woman, gets the has the last say so, you know, on you know, when and how often, you know, they give up the box and so forth. Man. So a lot of these men gonna die in these wars, race wars, famines, economic, social, civil unrest, man. And they gonna be chasing me. So if I would do a video of you learn how to shoot your shot, you gotta come with the best game ever, especially for the man of the Lord. You gotta be sincere with your game. Real soon, man. Could be this summer. You know, see talking about the gas supposed to run out eventually. Poverty, like poverty, like dating is not a necessity. You got men that's what they doing, senior retention, SRC clip, midtown, passport bros. You got a lot of men, they're not even dealing with the Babylonian woman. They just say, look, I'm ready to get my rocks off and go overseas, go to Africa, go to Latin America, Central, South America, East Asia, and so forth. They don't vote these social media hearts of famine, sword, and pestilence to waste their houses with destruction and death. So this is a poverty, man. And women are hurt the most anytime there's an economic downturn. You know, because guess who been losing the majority of their jobs? Women. Elon Musk, DEI, the big beautiful bill. You know, a lot of women losing their fucking jobs. Because a woman's job could easily be replaced by AI. What they do, they sit behind a computer or a phone all day. So AI could easily take that. And there's someone coming out with AI for OnlyFans and shit. You know, that's going to take women's income. A lot of women, the scripture said they're going to be for the teeth. A lot of women is going to lose their entitlement benefits, Section 8, food stamps, so forth. This is Matthew 24:12. This is what the Lord prophesied through the last days. And because of Hebrew Solomon, the sinners at all time. Love me shall wax cold. Hey man, you got a majority of women. They'll walk the streets with not one nigga. They had the fat like a porn star dude, a Cherokee dude. They look like Pinky, prime Pinky, right? Pretty, nice body, and not a man to say something to. I remember I did a video on this one, fair looking, decent looking, little light skinned broad. She was a truck driver. She was saying she needed help loading the truck, and niggas was just watching. Niggas was just standing there watching, staring at no one came up to help her, man. So days of having all the benefits of being a woman is over with, man. You woman's prime was in the 90s. Late 90s. Early 2000, I was you woman's prime, but through the internet, through the process and others of great new stuff. First and foremost, they expose you woman. So now when I get to your game, women used to have average women like in the 90s. They used to have like 10 niggas. I'm talking the bad bitch. She'd have 10 niggas. She'd call and say, hey, can I get $300? And then she'll be up 3 racks by the end of the night. Like 9 out of 10 will give it to her, man. These days, hell no. Bitch, you get blocked quick. Until 24, 11, there's a crime for one. Let's use all George, but the land is going. Yeah, man, that's why a lot of these restaurants, they're going out of business, because people aren't going out to spending their money at the wine with these women like they did 10, 20, 30 years ago. I don't know. I mean, because everything's online based now. You need a woman on the net, but these women, they still need the in-person interaction. The internet shit isn't enough for them. They still need niggas in person to say something to them. All right. She like, hey, times we living in. They're gonna flock to the Isaiah 41. So we just waiting to see how this next pandemic hits, this next lockdown hits. For we say anything to these women, because these women are demons anyway. You be popping this a woman, you might hit it a couple times and then she just start acting weird and you like, fuck it, it is what it is. She go her way, you go your way. I think I had a situation like that like almost a year ago. I met this one little evil blonde. She had a nice body on her, so one thing led to another. We did our thing, and then shit gets funny, shit gets strange. That's because we're in Babylon. These women, has more options than the top tier kind, like an average woman. Even the fat, ugly women don't have more options than the top tier men. Because everything's bad. This is a real Byzantine empire. Alright. It's Isaiah 14:4. Y'all should take up his power against the king of Babylon, who's king of Trump. Say, how have the precious seats, the golden seats, that's America, man. Esau, you oppressor, and what they call it, your stronghold, is America, right? Because it's not only just America. Feminism is up, man, like 5% of the world for a feminist space country, even though it's not as bad as men. But they done, that's their doctrine, done reached the four corners of the earth. And who's the people that's fighting and Arabs and Muslims in the so-called Middle East. They're all the people that's fighting back for that shit. Because they somewhat got their woman on order. It's like half of their women on order, the half of the harlots. Right. In America, that's what all of them are harlots. Right, so America's getting ready to get that final blow down the nuclear missiles and so forth. Even Esau, man, he's having a hard time getting boxed. Not just Joe. Even Esau, man. Because these women kind of have a 6-pack, 6 foot, 6 inches, 6 figures, right? So that's like 1% man that they all fighting for. So I'm gonna end it there till next time. Shalom.